Hello everyone. Circle theorems. Students find it very hard. Let's make it very easy. The way I'll explain this video is I'll show you the theorem. We'll do one or two example and then go to the second one and do the same. At the end of the video, we'll have 3 or 4 nice examples so that you understand it. In the description below, you will find some worksheet. Try to attempt it. Alright, the first theorem is if we have a nice circle like this one here and we made an angle on the sides of the diameter and the angle is touching the circumference, this is always a 90 degrees. It's a right angle, just like this one here. Alright, it's not always on the top, it can be down here, like this one here. If it's on the sides and it's touching the circumference, the head is on the circumference, it's 90 degrees. The exam question will not ask you what's the measurement of this angle. No, they will give you something like this. If this is 65, what's x? Now, they will not usually mention the 90 degrees here, so you need to know it's 90 degrees. So if this is 90 and this is 65, what's x? There are two ways to do it. The easier way is just it's 90 minus 65, which is 25. If you don't know why, so look at this triangle here. The triangle is 180 degrees, so you can just do 180 minus 90 minus 65. It gives you x, which is 25. Another example is if this is 40 here, what's x? It's just 90 minus 40, which is 50. Easy peasy. Let's look at the second theorem. It's a nice one. It repeats a lot in the exams. So if we look at angle x here, it's made on this red arc, isn't it? It's created on this arc. The sides are on this arc. This is equal to the other angle because they are sharing the same arc. So to make it short, if two angles made on the circumference are sharing the same arc, they are equal. Okay, look at angle y and y here. These two angles are also equal because they are made on this arc here. Angle y is this one here. It's made on this arc. The other angle is made on the same arc, so they are equal. Now, let's look at the central angle theorem. This is a nice one. So, angle x is made on the red arc. If another angle made on the same arc, but from the center of the circle, this angle is going to be double of x. So if x is 50, this is 100 and so on. Now let's have a look at an example. If we have 55 here, what's x and what's y? Looking at the first theorem, x and 55, they are sharing the red arc, so x is just 55 and y is going to be double of 55, so it's 110. Now the next theorem is the cyclic quadrilateral theorem. This theorem says if you have such nice shape, four-sided shape, it can be four-sided shape, it must be four-sided shape, all the vertices, all the corners are on the circumference, they are touching the circumference, they are made on the circumference. In such case, the opposite angles add up to 180. So this plus this is 180, this plus this is 180. Alright, so x plus y should be 180. They are opposite. And similarly, a plus b is 180. That's it. So let's have a look at a nice example. If we have 99 up there, what's and 100, what's b and y? So b is opposite to 100, so it's 80 because they must add to make 180. And y is opposite to 99, so it's just 81. Easy peasy, isn't it? Now, the next one. If we have a line touching the circle at one point only, this is called the tangent. Now, the tangent always makes 90 degrees with the radius. So if we have such radius and the tangent, this is 90 degrees. In the exam, they will not ask you, what's this angle? No, they will give you such question. If this is 30, what's x? You should know this is 90 degrees and this is 30. What's the last one? So it's just 180 minus 90 minus 30, which is 60. An easier way is just 90 minus 30, which is 60. Alright, so let's look at another theorem. It's called the alternate angle theorem. If we have such triangle touching the circle at the point on which the tangent touching the circle, this angle here is equal to this angle there, and this one here is equal to this one there. Let's have a better look at it. So these are equal, these are equal. If this is 60, that is 60, and if this is 70, that is also 70. And that's it for this one. Now let's have a look at this one. Everyone finds this difficult. Let's make it very easy. If we have two tangents intersecting outside the circle, like at this point here, we knew from before, if we make a radius here, we'll have 90 degrees here, and here we'll have 90 degrees because it's a tangent and a radius. So these two angles are 90. So the first part is this angle here, the 60, plus the central angle should always make 180. So if they ask you to find x, it's just 180 minus 60, so it's 120. Okay, if you don't understand it, look at this four-sided shape here. Every four-sided shape, the sum of the angles is 360, isn't it? So this plus this plus this plus this should make 360. So you can just do 360 minus 90 minus 90 minus 60 is going to give you 120. So the easier way is just do 180 minus this one. Okay, that's it for this part. Let's look at another part of the same theorem. The other part is if we have a line coming from the center of the circle to this angle here, this line will always half this angle. So it was 60 before. Because of this line, it's going to be 2 30s. It's half it. It make it 30 and 30. This is important. Last part of this angle is these two lines here should be equal from this point of intersection to the point of touching the circle. They are equal. So if this one is 10, this one is also 10, and so on. These are most of the circle theorems you will see in the exams. Let's have a look at some examples. Now look at this. They gave you some circle and they gave you this strange looking shape. They told you this is 34 and this is 61. Find x. Okay. How can you find this? There are many ways to do this. I know just two of them. Maybe you know more than two ways. So what I will do first, I'll just look at the angle up there, and it's 90 degrees, isn't it? Because of the first theorem. So now, if we look at this orange triangle here, there is 90 up there, there is 34 here. How can we find this angle here? This should be 180 minus 90 minus 34. Or you can just do 90 minus 34. It's going to be 56. So this angle here is 56. Very good. Now let's look at this small triangle here. To find the x now, we have 56, we have 61, and this is a triangle. So it's just 180 minus 61 minus 56. So x is 63. That could be 3 marks. Now, another example is this one. They told you to find the size of angle x. Okay. If you remember, I said this angle plus this angle always makes 180. So we'll say x plus 4x make 180. That means 5x equal 180. That means x is equal to 180 divided by 5, which is 36. Finished. How easy. Next and last example, I think. Alright, they gave you some cyclic quadrilateral. They give you these strange numbers and they ask you to find x and y. Okay, so if you remember, this angle plus this angle should make 180, and this plus this should make 180. So 80 plus 2y plus 90 minus y makes 180. This plus this makes 180. So 80 plus 90 is 170. 2y minus y is just y. So 170 plus y equals 180. That means y is just 10. Okay. Now if they ask you to find this angle or this angle, you can just substitute y equals 10. So to find these two angles, let's just move them away. So this angle here should be 80 plus 2 times 10 because y is 10. So it's 80 plus 20. So this should be 100. And this one should be 90 minus y. So it's 90 minus 10, which is 80. Now it's your turn. Could you please try to find x? Try it and comment your answer. No. Oh, another example. That's very good. They ask you to find x. How can we think of it? I would think of the alternate angle theorem. So if this is 70, do you remember? That should be also 70. So this one here is also 70. Okay, that's very good. These signs means these sides are equal. That means this angle and this big angle here are equal. So what's the measurement of each one? It's going to be 180 minus 70 divided by 2 to know each one, right? So it's 180 minus 70 is 110 divided by 2 is 55. That means this one is 55. This big angle here is 55. Okay. Now how do you find x? Now, do you remember this is a right angle because it's a radius and a tangent. So this is 90. That means this small part here is 90 minus 70, which is 20. Okay. And since this is 55, so x should just be 55 minus 20, which is 35. And that's all for this video. If you got up to this point, please like the video so more students can have a look at it. And don't forget to subscribe. And that's all. Thank you for following. Bye.